See how many I can kick over. Yeah. 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 Nice.
Gotta be racing. You almost had it.
Yeah.
Come on, George. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
I feel like you're about to hit it. Yeah. Oh my days. Yeah. Rhea, we're gonna cut that out.
Take an extra touch.
Alright.
So you're not like still turning.
Alright. Don't hit it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did I just tell you?
Having a nightmare.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Coach Javi here at Kiwis Stadium. As usual, it is 8:15 in the morning, only because Georgie showed up about 30 minutes late. Coach Javi's usually here at 7:30, 7:45, but Georgie didn't want to wake up that early because he's retired, he won a national championship, and he decided to take a vacation. He's back at it. Georgie, come over here. Georgie, how you feeling?
I feel good. Well rested. You know, a little bit.
Georgie's been eating. He's been eating good in his little vacation days. Finally, I managed to get him to do a session with me because I've been doing a lot of individuals using the Quickplay replay stations. We're still going to incorporate those today, but we're going to incorporate some partner type exercises as well. And as you guys can see, we have the target net from Quickplay. So we're going to test that out and see who can hit top bins more often, me or this professional athlete here, George Chamakov. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Around the cone.
All right, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Left foot. Come back in. Yeah, right foot. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
All right, so exercise one, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna just start with a simple warm-up inside a box that's about 1 yard by 1 yard. So all we're gonna do is one player is just gonna pass it. The first touch is always in the middle, just one touch, and then we're gonna back up, receive it, take it around the cone, and play it off to one side, and then we'll go back into the middle, and then we'll repeat the progression. So all we're looking for here is just making sure that every single pass is on the ground. We're not playing it back on the bounce. So if you need to take an extra touch, go ahead and take an extra touch, because if you don't and it's bobbling or it's bouncing and you haven't controlled it yet, then you're just gonna mess it up going forward. So do it at speed, but don't rush it to the point where you're gonna mess it up. For these warm-up type exercises, all we're looking for is a little bit of movement and lots of touches. So this one you can go for time, anywhere between 30 seconds to a minute is pretty good. And then obviously you can rest for about 10, 20 seconds or as long as your partner takes to do his reps. Forward. There we go. Exercise 2, now it's going to be an individual exercise using the replay stations. Obviously, if you're out here with a partner, you can do this with a partner. You don't have to use the replay stations, but because it is a really light session, I figured give us an extra bit of rest while one partner is working. So all we're doing is hitting against one of the replay stations. You receive, you dribble through the cones, and then you hit the next replay station on the other side, and then you keep going back and forth. So you could use this for a light intensity session, go at the speed that you feel comfortable in, or you could use it for a fitness session and go for a certain amount of time. And I guarantee you, if you do it any longer than about a minute, it's gonna turn into a really, really good fitness exercise, because you're passing, receiving, you're turning, you're dribbling, you're constantly on the move, and it's gonna tire your legs out. So use it however you feel is best, but I like this exercise. Unbelievable. We're in the middle of the training session, and this guy comes out here to text his lady friends. What kind of a professional athlete is this?
It's business. Look,
business.
I have an order for somebody coming in. Look, joggers. I'm waiting for them to come.
Don't try to plug in your clothing brand real quick, George. I do that, okay? This guy on his phone during a training session. Unbelievable.
Do you need a training session? Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Very, very good exercise. This started as a light intensity session because Georgie just wanted to get back into the swing of things, but that one is tiring if you do rep after rep. The important things to note in this one is your first touch right from the initial pass has to be very, very good, because otherwise you'll take it too far out and then you'll miss the opportunity or the angle to play the replay station. The control has to be really good to go forward through the gate, and then when you play the wall, you have to decide whether you're going to turn out or whether you're going to open up and try to turn in and then play the ball back. And then finally, after you play that last pass, take a little bit of time to rest, jog over to the agility pole here, rest for just an extra second or two to get your breath back, and then quickly at speed we start again. But very, very good exercise. Next exercise is going to be a little bit of a passing exercise. All we're going to do is we're going to do one touch on one side of the cone, one touch on the other cone, and then we're going to open up, receive it, take a touch inside, and then play the diagonal to the bottom corner. So again, we're using the target net not for shooting, but for passing accuracy, and we're only going to be focusing on the bottom corners because obviously if you're working on a pass, most of the time if it's a pass like that, you're trying to get it on the ground and not in the air. So we're just going to aim for the bottom corners. So that's the idea for this one, and we'll see how many we can get into the bottom bins. All right, so last exercise, we're actually gonna incorporate some shooting now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna receive it behind the agility pole, take it around, pass it back. The next time we receive it, we're actually gonna get in front. We're gonna take our touch, hit the replay station that's tilted over, so it's gonna pop it back up in the air, and then have a finish from there. So I did a few reps already. However, I didn't like that the replay station was a little bit too close to the goal. By the time I took my touch, I was pretty close to the PK spot. I want to be right inside the 18, so we've moved it out. Again, it's one of those things where if the exercise is not working the way you planned it, don't just keep going because that's how you planned it. Switch it up, change it to make sure that you're improving on what you need to improve. So we're gonna finish up with a few more reps of that one, and then that's it. Then we'll be done. That's the end of the session. I'm not gonna lie, the target net, I mean, obviously it depends on how far you are away from it when you're taking your shot, but the further you get, obviously it's gonna be a lot harder. You wanna be successful with your reps, but you also wanna challenge yourself. So if you're not hitting any at all, then you might have to switch up the distance. And if you're hitting too many, then you might have to back it up and make it a little bit more difficult. But as you guys could see from the earlier highlight, Georgie has been here for like 3 hours now just trying to hit it one time and hasn't been able to hit it once. So shout out once again to Quickplay Sport for sending me the replay stations, for sending me the target net, and for sending me the target sacks, which is the ball bag that turns into a top ins target there. So far, I've really enjoyed the products. They're really easy to use, especially the replay stations, because it's just so portable. You can take them apart within seconds, and as long as you have the sandbag, which comes included, it's a fantastic tool for training individually. So again, thank you Quickplay Sport. That's it for me, guys. Until next time, and adios, muchachos.